Please like and subscribe if you learned something. Plot synopsis. Illustration by Charles Leandre. Madame Bovary. Engraved by Eugene de Saisy. Illustration without text on page 322. Emma in male costume at the ball. Charles Bovary is a shy, oddly dressed teenager who becomes an officier de santé in the public health service. He marries the woman his mother has chosen for him, the unpleasant but supposedly rich widow Eloise de Bouc. He sets out to build a practice in the village of Tostes. One day, Charles visits a local farm to set the owner's broken leg and meets his patient's daughter, Emma Rouault. Emma is a beautiful, poetically dressed young woman who has a yearning for luxury and romance inspired by reading popular novels. Charles is immediately attracted to her, and when Eloise dies, Charles waits a decent interval before courting Emma in earnest. Her father gives his consent, and Emma and Charles marry. Emma finds her married life dull and becomes listless. Charles decides his wife needs a change of scenery and moves his practice to the larger market town of Yonville. There, Emma gives birth to a daughter, Berthe, but motherhood proves a disappointment to Emma. She becomes infatuated with Léon Dupuis, a law student who shares Emma's appreciation for literature and music. Emma does not acknowledge her passion for Léon, who departs for Paris to continue his studies. Next, Emma begins an affair with a rich and rakish landowner, Rodolphe Boulanger. After 4 years, she insists they run away together. Rodolphe does not share her enthusiasm for this plan, and on the eve of their planned departure, he ends the relationship with a letter placed at the bottom of a basket of apricots delivered to Emma. The shock is so great that Emma falls deathly ill and returns to religion. When Emma recovers, she and Charles attend the opera. At Charles's insistence, in nearby Rouen, the opera reawakens Emma's passions, and she re-encounters Léon, who, now educated and working in Rouen, is also attending the opera. They begin an affair. Emma indulges her fancy for luxury goods and clothes with purchases made on credit from the merchant Leroux, who arranges for her to obtain power of attorney over Charles's estate. When Leroux calls in Bovary's debt, Emma pleads for money from several people, only to be turned down. In despair, she swallows arsenic and dies an agonizing death. Charles, heartbroken, abandons himself to grief, stops working, and lives by selling off his possessions. When he dies, his young daughter Berthe is placed with her grandmother, who soon dies. Berthe lives with an impoverished aunt, who sends her to work in a cotton mill. The book concludes with the local pharmacist Homise, who had competed with Charles's medical practice, gaining prominence among Yonville people and being rewarded for his medical achievements. Please like and subscribe if you learned something.